of being sick and tired? Get your Bioplasma Diagnostic Full Body Scan. Examines all of your organs in a single session. 95% accuracy. It's painless, non-invasive, and affordable. Call Pastor Job at 350-2628, 767-1031, or 275-6300. Sick and tired of being sick and tired? Get your Bioplasma Diagnostic Full Body Scan at Job Optimum Health and Wellness.
Good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true you have batteries selling for $488?
Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I can buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowpeter Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
Alright, thanks boss. Nah man. Ronnie,
do you have $488 to lend, man?
Yo, this is a Big Mike, not the mass man, the health man. Are you one of the 40 million people suffering with joint issues like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis? Well, you are listening to the right ad. You have the ailment, we have the remedy. Call us now on 288-8301 or 346-2612.
Don't forget to tune in right here on the street 919 FM every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m.
Performance beat all talk.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, say I. All right, so I just have a few minutes, but I wanted to continue this conversation. Caller, we're already into another show, so we just have a few minutes, but I want you to continue.
Yes, I will call back tomorrow, but let me continue. So I thinking, this is my thinking, that something is wrong. Either the presenters, I don't know if they just want him to call and that.
So is it just me you're doubting, or is it also other presenters like Dominic or Google?
I am questioning Dominic, Google.
No, because you specifically asked me a few questions.
Because
you asked me about my entry into the party, if I'm in any party groups. I explained to you that I work personally with government ministers, and you went on to explain the reason why you felt this way was because of Wall Street's behavior on my show. So, I have to respond. I can't talk for Google and I can't talk for Dominic.
Right, at least you bring in Google and Dominic.
I brought them in because Wall Street also calls their program, but I don't hear you questioning them, but questioning me.
No, but I called in yesterday on Dominic's program, and I had also called on the Google program some time back about the same issue.
Okay, well, I didn't know, so let me see if I could clear up my issue so that could help you. My re-entry into the PNM was after several conversations with persons within the hierarchy of the party who don't at any time think they have to question my loyalty. The thing about me is when I'm upset, everybody knows it. I don't have a way where I can't let you know that I'm upset about something. But being disloyal, it's not part of my personality. So I didn't just walk right back in. I was invited to come home. Let's just put it that way.
Okay,
hence the reason why I am closely working with some of them now in order to get things done that they believe only I could assist them with. So they are not questioning my loyalty, especially based on the views of other people. However, I take into consideration what you're saying about Wall Street's rants. Some of them are overbearing. Some of them are to the extent that I also get upset with him by saying it. Me and he fall out from time to time on the program based on some of the things he says. So that I definitely take into consideration. But to question me or my loyalty based on Wall Street statements, I felt was unfair to me.
Okay. Well then, if that's the way you feel, I apologize. But what I am saying is this: because like today when he's saying this and he's so and then you're inviting him to call again. So I'm saying, but what are you saying that you're inviting him to call?
I invite everybody to call. I invited you to call back, even though the show was finished.
Right, but what he is saying is just insulting the leader of the party that you are part of, the leader of the country, the prime minister of the country, every day. And there's a theory that if you repeat something over and over and over and over, some people accept it as truth.
And then some people also get turned off based on what you say. And I'm thinking Wall Street is doing a pretty good... But they could do that as well. They're entitled to do that as well. They are entitled to do that as well. However, what I think Wall Street do is turn people off from him. Nobody takes him serious anymore. They make him a joke. They laugh at him.
Yeah, but everybody, there are new people that listen to the station, new people come in, they don't know. Some people don't know of him.
I think if they listen here more than once and they hear he's saying the same thing over and over again, they kind of figure out what's going on.
Aisha, I still think that some of the presenters on this station, 91.9, I think they should either put a stop to what he's saying, because they cannot come and insult the leader of the country every day. Every 3-4 times a day you come in and it's an insult. It's an insult to the leader of the People's National Movement, and it is an insult to my Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, fair enough. Your thoughts are taken. Right? And thank you so much for the apology.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. All right, people, Duke is in the building, and I have to go. I took you into some of Duke's time. What happened? You say you was listening in the car? Nah, she made a very good point about what Wall Street have been saying, and she's not the first person that have said it. People have been saying to me time and time again, Wall Street repeating himself. Even people who Wall Street thinks may support him have said this to me. Wall Street just saying the same thing over and over again. Yes, so people have expressed that to me about Wall Street before. However, you know, here, 91.9 kind of easy going. People is getting way around here. You know, so even if he calls me and we don't agree, we go battle. But I would not stop him from saying what he had to say. If he call her by Google and he say what he had to say, even if he don't agree with Google, he and Google go battle, but Google will allow him. And as of recently, he started calling Dominic. And he and Dominic fall out big time. Well, Dominic has allowed him. I was shocked to get in on the program or whatever. But I take what she's saying. Maybe presenters need to look at Wall Street, the personality, and see if they want to do something about it. But personally speaking, as a people, I just think we're a little bit too thin-skinned on issues that don't really matter. Because, no, but there are people who are doing worse to Dr. Rowley's character. Besides Wall Street calling every day and calling him the blackest man, there are people who put in up videos with him in stores with young women. There are people who claiming that he had twin children, and we're not taking no real action against them. But a caller calling into a radio, we would want to take drastic action against. I just think if we really want to protect Dr. Rowley's image, we should find a way to do it on a larger scale than over somebody who call in a radio. That's just my opinion. Yeah? But I am out to hear people until tomorrow. Have a good one.
On yourself, look how you stand out in the crowd. I know you smile when our eyes connect. Oh, 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 oh. The kind of girl that I dream about, with just a little bit of attitude. You're not easy, and the whole world gonna know. My girl, show off, show off. Look, everybody wanna come around, so girl, you know how to lock you down. Whoa, one thing on my mind. My girl, show off, show off. Now everybody have to give it room. Cause when you whine, you put
Expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Season 22. Defend we culture.
Ule, come take an even from me. Ule, 2 years now I ain't see Ule. No pan, no mass, no party. No celebrations in the country. Oh, no chance. The 24th of February. It's all about my concert. And it's going down at Soundforge. Make sure, be there.
Season 22. Defend we culture. At Soundforge.
We spirit must live on!
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at Onia Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
Season 22. Defend we culture.
Drop your keys and bow your knees, for I am the notorious midnight robber.
February 22nd to 28th.
I am here to defend my culture.
Season 22.
I am here to introduce you to...
Oku Ibona, Bakere Olowo Eyo, Eshu ni Korewa, Ẹlẹ́gbàrà ní kò bí lọ, Bẹ́lẹ̀kẹ̀ ní dára oró sáwò nílé, Èṣù máa ṣẹ́ mi, ọmọ ẹ̀lẹ́ omi, ní òṣè, Èṣù máa ṣẹ́ wa.
Èṣù deo deo, Èṣù deo deo,
Bẹ́lẹ̀kẹ̀,
Èṣù deo deo, Èṣù deo deo, Èṣù deo deo.
Nobody can take my joy away. I am born to be happy. Every single wish I supply for me is enough to be jolly. Got no need to be worried, no. Cause life is a blessing, no. My life is a blessing, no.
Èṣù deo deo, Èṣù deo deo, Èṣù deo deo.
Asana.
Èṣù deo deo, Èṣù deo deo, Èṣù deo deo.
Every morning I awake, I give thanks to my Lord. Èṣù lanu He who makes all doors open up for me. Bad energies, no room for you, oh no. All good things I must get through. Ọmọ ẹ̀lọ́ ìran ní ọ̀ṣẹ́, ọ̀la ìlú, èṣù bá ní kọ̀ ọ̀wọ́ ìlú, òró ìlú, ọ̀la ìlú, ọba ẹ̀bọ̀ra nílẹ̀ kẹ́tọ́, èṣù bẹ́ẹ̀bọ̀ orúkún, ẹlẹ́gbàrà ní bẹ́ẹ̀bọ̀ òrùsà, ẹlẹ́gbàrà ní bẹ́ẹ̀bọ̀ òrùsà, oníbòde.
Èṣù deo deo, Èṣù deo deo, Èṣù deo deo. Èṣù deo deo, Èṣù deo deo, Èṣù deo deo,
Èṣù deo,
Èṣù deo
Ancestors, we call on you to fight the fight on our behalf. Ancestors, we call on you to walk on our enemies. Asheo. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. Walk on them, 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 Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them, 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 walk on them. Ancestors, we call on you. Ancestors, we call on you. You came across the middle passage. Ancestors, we call on you. Some are shown up about some are show. Ancestors, we call on you. From this land of Trinidad, great warriors, we call on you. Walk on them, 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 Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. Great mother, we call on you. Legion, we call on you. Your children crying, screaming. For great mother, we call on you. When we bought this life mission, we stood up for the nation. From the four corners of Trinidad, great mothers, we call on you. Walk on them, 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 Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them.
Yepa, o batala yepa, 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 yepa, o batala yepa,
Wolewa. Wolewa egungu. Ibao. Woleo. Persecution, horrors, Wolewa. When they try to oppress me, humiliate and stop me, Wolewa. I pour libation and send my supplication into the spirit realm. Wolewa. Never will they let me down, Wolewa. They see my tears, they feel my pain. With patience I'll rise again, Wolewa. I must stay focused to fulfill my purpose, and I will conquer all. Ancestors. Hear us. Come Wolewa, hear me.
mother. I see she.
Yes, Aborabo Yabo Shishi.
Oba to us, Iwer, your phone, peace and blessings.
We are here on another beautiful Monday night on the Iwer show. We have live program on the Shit 919 FM. My brother, my friend, my co-host,
Asheo.
King Shaka is here. You know, tonight we have the Gog brothers, you know, after a month of what is IFA, you know, tenants of IFA behavior, you know, we're going to start this February month, you know, which is carnival time, you know, we're going to start it with a sense of culture celebration. So all members of the Ifarisha community out there who into singing whatsoever, especially around this time, this is your month to come for us to come and highlight and bring you out there. So I like Shaka to give us Iba today before we begin. Shaka.
Greetings everyone. Ekale, good night. Ekabo, welcome. Before we do anything, Ifa tells us that we must give homage. So please join me as we give homage.
Maybe.
So when I say Iba, it means that I give homage. So I say Iba Olodumare. Iba to our Ori.
Iba she.
Iba to our mothers. Iba to our fathers. Iba to one's Uluwo. One's Iyanifa. One's Ojubona. A pleasant Iba to my Iyanifa Yeagbomola. My Uluwo Araba Osho. My Ojubona Baba Upakune Ifakoya. Iba to our ancestors whose shoulders we stand firmly upon. Iba to Orinmela Barami Agboniregun, the one that was there when we witnessed and chose our destiny. Iba Yeyo Shun, Oreyo, Omio, Otao, Edao, Erio, Agbao, Mokoro, Reye Fortune. Iba Baba Yeshu. Iba Ogunlakaye Oshimole. Iba Bogbo Orisha. Iba to this land of Trinidad and Tobago. As we start this session of the Ifa Orisha way of life, we pray and ask that our program be fruitful. We pray that we touch the minds and the heart of those who are locked on. May our information be one that could change lives in a positive way. May those who are in the hospitals at this time, may healing reach you. May those who don't have at this time, we pray that wealth and prosperity meets you. Of course, with hard work. We pray that those who are in emotional turmoil, may that ease and that comfort touch you. We pay homage to all shrines across this land of Trinidad and Tobago. And don't think for a minute or a second that your good work is not being noticed. Olodumare and the ancestors will reward you according to what work you do. So whatever good you do as a person, don't think that it is unnoticed. So we give thanks, and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
I like to give thanks to my Yanifa Olorio Bunia Baye, who's locked on all the way in Nigeria.
Ashe.
My Baba If. Are Ifa Lashe Orisha Lashe Ogunleti Pomoleri.
Ashe.
You know, all members of the Ifa Orisha community all over Trinidad and Tobago. I like to say, Aborabo Yabo Shishe, Tatiba Swamba and the Obatala Temple along the Tableland.
Yes, Ashe.
You know, all Iles Palace located all over. I'll just like to say, special good night to Ionte, you know, who is in St. Martin, locked on, you know, for advice and medicine and spiritual wellness and herbs. You can contact Ionte And she'll be there. I'd like to say special good night to Angie St. Paul. She's locked on. We're locked on the Street 919 FM Facebook page. You're also locked on Iwer TV on YouTube. Yeah, J. Bernard from Olokun Business Solutions is also locked on. Alison is locked on also. You know, Sherry Ann Gibbs is saying,
Pleasant night, Sherry.
You know, so, you know, we keep asking folks to, Angie St. Paul, could you pull up the CG with the message with how they can donate and sponsor for me, please? We always ask folks to donate to keep this program running on the station here because it's not free. You know, we tend to support every other thing, but what belongs to us, we need to get on board. Like to say about Rabo here, but Shishe to Diana, she's also locked on, so I'm going to pay some bills and say special thanks to the sponsors day in, night out who keep sponsoring this program. I know sometimes things might be rough and tough, but you are still helpful in whatever way you guys tend to render your assistance.
Sure.
You know, so I'm just shouting out. One of our sponsors are the Olokun Business Solutions for landscaping and maintenance. Contact number 4823111. Abalaye Spiritual Shop located in Edinburgh 500. Yorisha School of Enlightenment. You know, so I'm going to pay the bills here. I'm going to come right back at you on the Ifa Orisha Way of Life program on the Street 919 FM. Sponsors for the Orisha Way of Life. Kamara's Culture Store, the #1 importer and supplier of genuine products from Africa, located at Adams Bazaar Main Road, Shogunas. Contact number 672-8438, 320-8866. Gossip Gel Polish, gel with a difference. Contact number 3827587. Come, let us take care of your feet, Petty by Risi. They also sell butters. Contact number 3984474. Nubian Experience, clothing that tells part of our rich African history. Number 6 Woodford Street, Arima. Contact number 6881979. Oriyumi, Nico Loggins, Health and Wealth Lifestyle. Number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. EMG out of Texas. Richie's Tire and Automotive Car Care Center. Number 409 Otello Drive, Hampton, Georgia. Sponsors for the Ifa Orisha Way of Life.
Also sponsored by the Throne of Gold for all your African supplies and clothing. Their contact number is 754-5128. That is the Throne of Gold. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Omo Inu, All Things Woman. For all your Yoni products, they are the sole women's haven distributor for Trinidad and Tobago. Their contact number is 365-4332. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Black Tie-Dye Catering Service, 683-8755. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. Awo Wabande Tonic, 388-4606. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Ile Josio Turameji, Awo Oshun. Thank you.
Yes, my brother King Shaka. You know, before we get at 8 p.m., we're going to have the Gog brothers here, you know, and we have a procedure in the studio when it comes to the COVID-19 and the protocol. So at 8, Shaka will leave and they will come upstairs, you know. We want to keep it thing nice. We don't want to break the rules. We just, Ifa speaks about respect, humility, and patience. And that's what it's all about.
And
Shaka,
above all, obeying the laws of the land.
Most important. Shaka, what does Ifa say about culture?
Ifa speaks about culture in the essence as the way we do things, the way a people expresses themselves, and what gives a person that ashe to express themselves. It tells us that all of us have our divine uniqueness, and with our divine uniqueness, we would do things in a multiplicity of ways. So, for example, in terms of culture, in our tradition, when we pray, the way we pray is due to a culture. The way we sing, the way we dress, it's culture. And it varies from place to place. Hence why Ifa tells us that you respect people's differences. You might hear someone singing or performing in a different language. You give respect, because Ifa tells us in Oshe Meiji that even if a person is an artist, they are a sculptor, they are a farmer, they are a babalawo, they are a pilot, they are all awo.
Man.
When we say they are all awo, once a person is initiated and they get their blueprint, whatever is their divine mission, and they fulfill it, or is fulfilling it in the way that is right to Olodumare, they are considered an awo.
Sure.
The only how a person is not considered an awo is when they are functioning in ways that is bringing the tradition into disrepute.
Wow.
So even though a person is an artist, artists are so important. Like example, a drummer. Ifa tells us in Okara Ogunda that any session that has drums is pleasing to the Orishandians.
Sure.
Because there was a time when Obatala, in fact, all the divinities was coming from Orun to Aye, and they were asked to offer sacrifice, but it was only Orishanla that offered the sacrifice of a goat. And that goat, the skin of it was used to make a drum. And when Obatala, Orishana, descended on the earth, that drum was used to make the sound of jubilation, to signal his arrival on earth. So that is why culture is so important. Artists is important, because we know that merriment is part of our tradition and society, you know. So hence why we place culture as part of the package of Ifa. One of the 8 essences, culture is there, and culture holds a major foundation in our tradition. Because even though you may be doing spiritual work, as you know, people would have a feast, people would have a prayers, people would have, you know, a Eshentaye, they might have a wedding, right? What sets apart these events from that of another tradition? It's the way we do things. So you might hear the drumming, you might see the people dressed in a particular way, you might hear, you know, the Ianifa or the Babalawo or the priest or the priestess or whoever speaking, you know, in the language of Ifa. All of these things makes up who we are. It's an identity. By the time you see
it's one's isheshe.
Yeah, it's one's isheshe. Because the way a person would see you in the road, by the way you dress, the way you walk, the way you talk, by the time they see you, they could identify that you are a representation of Orisha. And that is embedded and encoded in the culture.
Yes.
You know? So even our Oriki, that speaks about Oshun, that speaks about Ogun, that speaks about Obatala. These, their characteristics, their feats, their cult here is encoded in the Oriki. So even in modern day, when we have Calypso is an Oriki of our time, because that is where we encode and we put happening facts and we put certain things that is imbibed in our history.
That's in our culture. That's embedded. That's our blueprint.
That's the blueprint.
Trinidad and Tobago is known for that. You know. It's known for that. If Abamero, Aboro Aboya Aboshishe, my brother, you know, a lot of new faces coming up on the program here on Facebook. That's good, you know. You know, the tradition, the program is going from strength to strength. Come this June, we're gonna, once everything stays as it is, you know, we're gonna use the Iwer stage platform downstairs to really showcase Ifa Orisha on that level where we can give thanks to Olodumare for giving us this time to move forward. So we are on the topic of culture. At 8:05, I'm going to have my guests here, the Gok brothers. They are known throughout Trinidad and Tobago, so we're going to start this month with on a cultural footing, and then we're going to take it there. So tonight is a night for you just to relax, pop the foot, you know what I mean, and enjoy the knowledge that will be imparted and the music that can soothe you, the drums that can soothe you, think, because we live in the marketplace we in today is it's very strange. It's very strange. We seen things like 9 o'clock in the night, temperatures reaching down to 21.
Yeah.
Sometime in the day it's very hot. When we're supposed to be getting sun, we getting rain, But I give thanks to the elements because someone called me on Saturday and they say, Allah Tumishe. I say, yes. They say, in tongue on Saturday, they said on the promenade, a breeze started blow.
Yeah.
And people started run and get weary and get funny, And Saturday chorus and the breeze started scratch them. And the woman who called me, she said, Allah to me, a guy passed me. And he said, he looked up to the sky and he said, thank you, Mama. Thank you. And she said, oh, good. This man reminded me Allah to me. I said, she said, the way we said it, and he walked while everybody scratching the skin, And I said, the Orisha must have their way.
Yeah.
They must have their way. Mama, where I was passing, blowing that breeze, you know what I mean? If you're not right, you're not right. And if you're wrong, who is I to say? But, things happen and we need to get in tune with nature, the elements of nature. Just like last week with Ionte, who is saying that we have herbs, we have plants right in our backyard that can cool and soothe us and take the pain away from us. These are the things they used to use in the past. So Shaka, I will just like you to go run through before we go for the break at the top of the hour. Quickly, what does E.G. Ogbe stand for, what it promotes? We have 3 minutes before we take the break.
E.G. Ogbe Mopoyo. As E.G. Ogbe, the guiding light and the principle of what is truth, tells us that how can one awake in the dawn of one's life and do not know the Udu that give birth to them? How could one wake in the dawn of one's life and not know one's spiritual mission and one's divine purpose? That is an E.G. Ogbe. So E.G. Ogbe is informing us that your purpose, your mission, it is second to none. That is why it's important that we all know our mission, we know our purpose, and we live it. We live it. We find our section and we excel in our section. Because if it tells us the saddest thing is for a person is to excel in something that is not for them. Because it meant that you are functioning out of your optimum capacity on this sojourn of your life. So in age Yogbe, it's truth. So with truth, may truth always be our portion in all things. Sometimes, we may like things that may not be for us, or pray for things and find that our prayer is not manifesting. Sometimes the things we may be praying for, it may not be for us. Or sometimes our prayer would not manifest because whatever we are praying for, it is not good for us at that point in time. So it's all about having, that patience and understanding that Ifa is truth. So sometimes you will be praying, you would go and do your ebo and such and such, and you might find that your spiritual work is not manifesting. It's not that, you know. It's just sometimes what you're praying for is not for you, or it is not the right time, or there's something within your attitude and your character that you need to fix in order to foster that success. In fact, that would yield that success. Ashe?
Ashe. So, you know, as I always tell people, when it comes to Udu, the encyclopedia, Shaka, and I am one of his greatest students. You know, I am one of the greatest. I am one of the greatest students here. So we're gonna take our break and we're gonna come right back at you. Ifa Orisha Way of Life.
Oh, this clothing line is all about putting the black man's mind. All about reminding us as how beautiful we are for the year of fire, Oh, the clothing line features t-shirts, checks, polos and shirts. Oh, dashiki, lady v-neck, lady tank top, and baby jeans, Dressing that.
Shop at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances at 3 Charlotte Street and number 41 Independence Square. We offer a variety of shirts, long and short sleeve, round and v-neck tops, vests, caps, hats, sunglasses, briefs, boxers, shorts, swim trunks, denim, jeans, long and 3/4, socks, sneakers, casual and athletic, shoes, dressy and fashionable, dresses, formal and casual, skirts, lingerie, undergarments, and a wide range of accessories. Come check us out as we also have clothing and accessories like Levi's, Clarks, Armani Exchange, Hollister, American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, Nike Air Force and Air Max, Puma, Adidas, Timberland, Academics, Aeropostale, Old Navy, Forever 21, Hanes, Dockers, Guess, Converse, and so much more. We have barbers, hairstylists, as well as weave and wigs on sale. All at New City Mall. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Sale, sale, sale.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Sponsors for the Orisha Way of Life. Kamara's Culture Store, the #1 importer and supplier of genuine products from Africa, located at Adams Bazaar Main Road, Shogunas. Contact number 672-8438, 320-8866. Gossip Gel Polish, gel with a difference. Contact number 3827587. Come let us take care of your feet, Petty by Risi. They also sell butters. Contact number 3984474. Nubian Experience, clothing that tells part of our rich African history. Number 6 Woodford Street, Arima. Contact number 6881979. Oriumi, Nico Loggins, Health and Wealth Lifestyle. Number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. EMG out of Texas. Richie's Tire and Automotive Car Care Center. Number 409 Otello Drive, Hampton, Georgia. Sponsors for the Ifa Orisha Way of Life.
Also sponsored by the Throne of Gold for all your African supplies and clothing.
Their contact number is 754-5128. That is the Throne of Gold. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Omo Inu, All Things Woman. For all your Yoni products, they are the sole women's haven distributor for Trinidad and Tobago. Their contact number is 365-4332. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Black Tie-Dye Catering Service, 683-8755. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. Awo Wabande Tonic, 388-4606. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Ile Josio Turameji, Awo Oshun. Thank you.
We are back here on the Ifa Risha Way of Life program on the Street 919 FM. And in my presence, those of you streaming on Facebook, Street 919 FM Facebook page, those of you streaming on YouTube, on Iwer TV, you can see that I have with me in studio the Gok brothers. You know, pleasant good night. You know, so Lyndon, I'm going to see if I have it right there. Tiffy, don't kill me. You know, Lyndon, Lissel, Lesedi, and Leston. You know, I am glad to have you guys here. I know you guys was here the other day, but due to the COVID protocols and how things was happening, we had to cancel last minute while here. So I apologize for that, and now we are here. You know, the name Gok is a known name in the Ifa Risha community. I would like you guys to extempo a little bit, tell me some about yourselves, you know, tell me some about the Gok family, what it stands for, you know, how long the Gok family has been, because everywhere you go, especially in the Southland, you keep hearing about the Gok family, you know, the Gok brothers, you know, especially you, Orisha Bemi, you know, you are a person I will see and feast, you know, going around the country. I will see you doing your thing, you know, and making sure the tradition is kept how it is, you know, because when you look around the tradition today and you watch the upcoming drummers in the tradition, some of them, this is my view on it, some of them are very disrespectful. Some are, when I hear these stories like from partner in Claxton Bay, the Allah, who does sing? Kima. Yeah, when you hear Akbabod and them speak about how it was in the past, when you hear Everett Master Drummer, Everett Redman Watson talk, Olumbe talk about how drummers used to supposed to cry about themselves, and sometimes when I see that, I see a drummer coming out the parlor, nobody saying you can't smoke in a corner with this one, in a corner that one. And you know, we need to get our tradition and our practices in line, that people, we're not on people, but people must say yes, they are doing the right thing, you know, because the Orishas don't stand for that sort of slackness and that disrespect.
As I've said on the previous show before, where I was here with Olumbi, I say we should, as drummers, should be disciplined. In order for us to get respect, we have to show that discipline. You understand? Because coming up as a drummer in the Orisha community, it has stigma, right? Coming up as a drummer in the Orisha community is a stigma. You know, I mean, we developed the name the Gok Brothers through me. I am the splitting image of my father, you know. My second brother, he has the color of his eyes and the way he has operate. My third brother, he has the way he does walk his foot, you know, and plus we all master the talent of the Orisha drum. So more or less what we stand for in the Orisha community is legacy. You dig? Trying to carry on the legacy as far as your last generation, because we grow our youths, our children up in Orisha, just as we grew in it. I mean, we pass through all different types of religion, you know, before we got to this point. Well, not say got to this point, but really catch yourself, you understand, and
find your
understand,
footing.
well, this is the right thing I was doing all the time, you dig? And we just trying to carry on the legacy, because we have one base where it's in Shogunas, our home Orisha Ile Shango. We have the next base in Claxton Day. Right? So my children, his children, all of us, we collaborate and we grow them in the same in Orisha, true we are living. Yeah. So that's just what we stand for, you know. Yeah, because you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You know? It's just like in the educational system. You get at the youths at them early. You understand? You nip them in the bud, as we should say so.
Yeah.
Them know how to go and straight to Christianity and all other different types of religion to really find where they supposed to be. You know?
Always setting the example one time, right? The right way, you know. Like your brother Olumbe, he has a saying, Aborabo Yabo Shishe greetings, Abala to Mishe Baba Shakan greetings as well to the elders on the show tonight. Big respect to them. You know, may respect to them at all times. Our tradition will never die. Carlin says Ashe. Indigo Love says blessings kings. But you know, I meet you guys, you know, I know you guys. I came to your temple on numerous occasions, your shrine in Shogunas, even to prayers at Claxon Bay by your mom there. You know, tell me something about the name Gok. You know, who is Gok? You will be able to tell us more about Gok, because it's good to know about sometimes about the history of our past, as we say, are the ancestors. Those are the ones who paved the way for us, and it's because of Father Gok, Baba Gok, that you guys are here sitting in this position and can impart and give the information, because they are the ones who paved the way for us. Because back in the days when we had it to hide to do ayabo, you know, you do have to do no ayabo in the night again, you have to keep no prayers in the night.
Can get the Catholic priest to bless your
yes, you know, and we can move forward now, you know. So I will like in your small, I mean it might be tough, you know, but in your small way, you know, because we on culture this month. Why trying what myself and Chaka said on the program, we are on culture. It's carnival time, and we starting with you brothers, because I really owe all of this opportunity, because you guys was here before, and it has a lot to do with culture and I'm saying to the whole Orisha community, if you're singing into wherever you're in, especially this month, reach out to us. We will bring all your highlights, you guys, on the show here, whoever it is, right? So tell me something about the Gok, you know, before we get into the vibe, because I tell people tonight is about vibes and enjoying themselves and relaxing, you know. So tell me something about Baba Gok.
Gok was one of the names one of the many names given to him, right? Now his real name was Edmund Stokely David, born and grew in Manipur, South San Fernando. Really started off playing best village drums. You know, I mean, he would stand out anywhere he go, just by the way he dressed. You know, his seams was always cutting. You know, plus he was that guy that any room he walk into, he would make an impression. You know, very educated too. Also graduated from Naparima Boys College. In the Orisha fraternity, he was like Orumila, second to Olodoma. You understand?
Yeah.
he was like that.
Wisdom, knowledge.
Yeah, everybody had liked him. He could present a prayer staying here now. Yoruba I'm talking. And by the time in the evening he'll come back and spit out that and his teacher, children couldn't even do that, you know. They they even spoke about it. So he was like that. He was recognized as one of the high priests in Trinidad and Tobago when deceased. Yeah, when they only came down and deceased Baba Ford was crowned Baba Lorisha and Rodney was crowned
Lorisha.
Right? He was recognized as a high priest. I think they would say, I wouldn't say he was the best drummer, but he was one of the drummers that would play the sweetest music for the night or for the week in a Shango, in a Ebo, you know. Now, much of these I'm telling you about, I never really went out and experienced it.
Somebody saying shoes wears clean. Wait now, now your mother head? Yeah. Yeah, good night. Yeah, good night. Yellow day, good night, you know.
Sharp man.
Bumi say, I'm Naim David here. All right, Naim David. Blessings. That's my son.
Yeah, man.
So, as I was saying, I didn't really experience much of this. None of us really experienced much of this. These are things that we heard from people who was his true friends.
Understood.
Plenty people wouldn't say that, you know, he taught them this, he taught them that, he taught them the other. But Agbabod always give him his play.
And I mean, that is a man that I have here. I have Agbabod here.
Yeah.
And even when he come here, he will always mention the name Gok. You know, he will always mention, and as I live in a test, Agbabod is the man, really the only man in this area that I see that stands out when it comes to the culture and kind on about the right and proper way, and it's about respect with him, you know. And when you see Agbabod, you could understand how rough and tough it was to be a respected drummer back in them days.
Yeah, even now it's tough. Because as I say, of the stigma, you know.
But
us three here is our legacy, right? So when you see us now, is a representation of Gok carrying on the tradition that he left behind, because he's supposed to have schools running, which he had already started, because there's a lot of youth in Claxon Bay that never went no fees, but they could play drum, you know? Yeah, I'm telling you, they could play drum. They just never went no fees and thing. Probably must in the area, you know, but they never went no fees and thing, but they could play drum, because we always used to do that under our house. We always used to play drum.
Boss bucket.
We killing teddy bear for goat and thing. My sister
killing what?
Power.
Teddy bear?
Killing teddy bear for goat and all that. That's what we see. Remember? We run away. Alright, as I was saying, we never had much experience going feast with our father and thing and experiencing all these things. So my mother never wanted us going there. So when we hear the drums playing now, it have about 4 or 5 places used to keep feast in Claxon Bay. So when we hear the drums playing now, we would get up and run away and end up in the Shango dust. Done, yeah, son? Yeah, and that's how we would see like the offering going on. Yeah, son, we would see Ebo going on, the killing of goats and, you know, sacrifice. And we would come home and sit down, play drum. My sister will catch power. We will survey corners, wet down the place, kill teddy bears for good. I'm telling you. Yeah, son. And yeah, we end up go through We just had to go through a whole different set of religion and all kind of
and
things.
this make all it grow. This by just seeing this make all it grow.
Yeah, and you know.
And to be better because this tradition will continue to live on. And live on to the highest and it could only get better. It will not go down the drain, but it will continue climbing up to the highest mountain. And I must say, when you saw and as you guys got bigger and it started moving around, because it clearly shows me that you all didn't care about the repercussions besides running away to go to the airborne. You know, you all didn't care about the repercussions. If other get like so shall it be. You understand? But for you to go to the airborne, understand it, come back home, severe. And you just said your father had the retainers if he gave him a prayer now. You understand it, and he hit you back it in the evening. Or they leave airborne. We hours at the morning. Come home. Sharon, you know. Take a little rest, jump up. Severe. Damage to teddy bear, take out some sponge. You understand? Catch power.
Yeah, it was like that.
That means that is in all the DNA, that is in all the blueprint.
And
you
just
know?
as now, he is the butcher, he used to do the killing.
Just like before, he was the man who killed the teddy bear.
Yes, he used to kill the teddy bear.
And he's the slaughter man now.
He's the slaughter.
You see?
I will be stand up singing. Or playing drum and singing. And my sister catching power.
You see?
And she doing this surveying and thing in the corners and thing.
But as you grow and you grow into it and you witness the tradition, because they say Ebo back in the days was Ebo. Compared to now, where with the knowledge that you guys have, I mean yourself, Olombe, Everett Watson, you know, this one from Firehouse. Fingers. What can we do to bring back, also with men like Agba, but what can we do to bring back the tradition to that sort of practice and that understanding? Not just the people who study in the Facebook and the likes and the followers and everybody want to open and shine. You ain't walk the footsteps. I mean, after you guys walk that footstep and do that, you entitled to do
it's true because
what you're doing.
Even to be initiated as a barber, it's years of training.
Yes.
It's years of, and not one barber could initiate you.
Correct.
You know, you have to have the, say, well, this barber could say, well, yeah, he's worthy. You know, because you pass through a certain series of training or studies with that barber, you understand? So, for you to now come and then, I mean, you don't even see what real jumbie what real jumbie is like, and you know, it's a lot of, how I should say, it's a lot of, I don't know if it's cockiness or attention seekers, but us as drummers is who I feel has the biggest stand or the biggest play in a pally. When I say, without the drummers, there no feasting going on. We'll just get up and do or for in the morning, and probably you could sing and clap and must sing a song for the outreach and thing. But without the drummers, you don't have no party. If you understand, without a DJ, you don't have no party.
For real.
So, I believe us as drummers, who say there's drummers, who know to themselves that you all are drummers, I feel we should not have bickering and
segregation,
small talk and that segregation when it comes to all of us in a ebo. If you understand what I'm saying, all of us in a ebo, whether it's north, whether it's south, whether it's east, whether it's west, there's all that we ebo is we come here. You have your music to play. I have here music to play. I have my music to play. You understand? So I feel we who have the biggest stands, I should say, in our ebo is the ones to really bring that love and that harmony between each and everyone in the Orisha community, because nobody can come into here shaking. You understand? Nobody come into here shake. Even if you come in to see our spirit, well, we need the drummers to invoke the spirit. You understand? So
all the time we shall manifest without the drum.
But we as the drummers, I feel we need to bring it together. And be disciplined.
Now, I know what I'm saying, right?
Be disciplined.
Long time drummers, right? But very much far more disciplined than we. Understand? Because long time you used to have like this to be line up, so as you start to play sharpness, somebody to taking your place. You understand? No man want to fight.
Yeah, if you play the correct kind of drum and thing long time, that is back on. You can't play no drum, you have to come off.
Correct.
You don't know the hand drum, you have to. Furthermore,
the spirit and all change with that now.
But I was in a about recently, about 2 weeks, and I see the spirit told the drummers change because the spirit wasn't getting
the energy
what they wanted. You know?
Yeah.
And sometimes
that's the next thing.
The
next thing is self-devotion. Long time when daddy them go in feast, mommy sleeping in the front room, daddy in the back room. Or if he not in the back room, he in the feast whole week. You understand? Now with some of them who they sleeping with their wife the night before they come in the feast. You know that kind of way. You see it, it show up, you see who be bossing the drum and all them things.
Boss drum.
Right?
That is the next thing within drumology.
So or like lack of discipline. You're not self-devoted to say, well, listen to me now. Right now I focus on this. So probably next week, the week after. Because that always there.
True.
That always there.
Facts.
The feast going on done Saturday. That you have to wait till next week, next year again, to go back to the feast again. That particular feast. They die about. So why not hold out? Why not wait?
True.
Well, that is fully dependent on the person you decide to put yourself with.
No,
because that person is supposed to respect the fact and know and understand that what you're going to do is just as sacred as the person who going and kill the goat. Correct. Just as sacred as the person who going and keep the ebo.
Correct.
Just as sacred as the person who keeping the ebo.
But they were saying, and the people now, long time you say here, they're fasting for 90 days and thing. You understand? Now you hear now ebo. This next week is the ebo. This week they're now starting to fast.
Yeah, this is
and them kind of thing. You understand? So I don't know.
No, because this and what I like about this, and we need some kind of guideline and we need some kind of blueprint to follow, because the same thing all here, I heard from Olumbe and you was here with the same practice. I heard from Shutter. I heard from Fingers, right? I heard from Master Drummer Everell Watson. Why it is we can't get a guideline and come together, because since I come in the tradition, in the tradition, initiate everything, doing my thing. I keep hearing, because there's my role. Although my bless me with this. There's my part in Ifa Orisha. There's what I had to do. There's me.
Your purpose.
I don't want to be no babalawo. God forbid, whatsoever. No, this is me here. This is my destiny. This is what I had to do. Without other people, your aspect is just what you're doing. On show program which she have, that is her aspect. Everybody had a role and function. Everybody can be a babalawo, a lorisha, babalorisha, a lorisha. Everybody can be that. Why it is we can, this east side, this east, west, north, really it is here, north, south. Why we can put this to rest and come together for the betterment of the tradition and the community, because when you look around at other religious arms, Ifa says respect, humility and patience. If they having it, you won't see it. That's what we do till in public. You understand?
So let's have a Facebook post.
Yes.
And everything, live.
Yeah, everything is about Facebook.
I went to press last night, and this, that, and the next. Foolishness.
Let me try
Clipping some certain secret rituals being surfaced all on the internet. And
I don't understand the prayers lives. You see that? That is a part of the foolishness. You see the going live in our prayers, it have certain rituals that are esoteric. So now, if I see something happening in the prayers, the youths, let me say the youths, right? So a youth who coming up learning from somebody who holding back little, because the thing with knowledge is knowledge is power. And sometimes when they get too much knowledge, you just get arrogant. And some people just sharing out any and everything. So you go, let me say you go a baptism, you're posting up that. So somebody who now come in now, feel it a bishop or whatever, or you go a initiation, you post up the whole initiation process. So somebody who now come in, who train under Babala, who see the initiation process and say, wait, me need to train and learn nothing again here.
And that's wrong,
That's
wrong, because initiation, if you are not initiated into that said Orisha, you are not supposed to be a part of it. Exactly. You understand? And for you, for any Babalawo or Yanifa who doing that and having anybody videotape it, it's wrong, because there are sacred parts of your initiation that support. When we say sacred, we mean and this is one of the things that is damaging our tradition. Even you've seen it on TikTok, and it does. I deleted my TikTok the other day for that. See now, Risha,
exactly
ritual on it, and I just like, bap, nah, that is it. I had enough.
Especially on TikTok,
you know, so, you know, I'd like to touch on some of the comments here. Yeah, Jay Bernard is saying, people are not ignorant of the protocol, but as I previously mentioned, it must start with self. A lot also has to do with the host of the prayers, as you were saying, and what they allow to take place in their space. You know, Olumbe says here, I understand as well he made his contribution. We're speaking about Gok here. I understand as well he made his contribution in the folk drumming arena. Long time was straight from Best Village Usual to Feast. Master Chantel and drummer in both areas, folk and Orisha Ebo. Info from Baba, Agba Mikey, and my father, Wali, all who were part of the same groups in Best Village, and the crew going to Feast after. Biggest respect to him. I mentioned this, as you mentioned, this is culture, man. Yes, this is culture. Ulumbe, I hope you know your next. I hope you know your next, Ulumbe. Yeah. You know, Iaje, you also coming up next too. You know, it's about culture this month on the Ifa Orisha. You know, so the respect, tell me something about how a drummer supposed to carry about himself when attending a Ebo. How he's supposed to dress. How he I mean, it's nothing wrong with smoking. You're going outside the space and you take a little smoke, but when you look around and you see what's going on in the tradition today, it are more people outside the feast than inside the feast. And only when it's a manifestation they're on the inside.
That is start with the youths.
Alright, talk to me.
That is start with the youths. The elders of it have a lot of elders responsible for that.
True.
Because, alright, just as I say, it's about respect. We go in our prayers, we go in our Ebo. So if I decide tonight that I go into our Ebo, I can just, and I meet up my friend and my next friend, I mean see them a long time. We end up with 2 cases of beers in the car, and while the Ebo going on, we by the road drinking. We liming. We smoking, we laughing hard. So that you don't start to show no respect for the purpose why you come outside for any night in the first place. Right? And then now the youths coming up behind you watching that. Because it's not to see, and then some of them is elders. So no, I'm being real. Some of them is elders. It's elders who people calling Iya and mother and father and spiritual father. These elders. And if you not setting a prime example for the youth to follow, then they will not follow the feeling like. So it's just like it's have a new trend going on in the Ifa Orisha community now, where you see men dressing like ladies. Me apologizing for touching the nerve. I being real.
It's about realness, right? Yeah.
And we need to have some level of disrespect and some level of respect and discipline in ourselves. If it is that you come into somebody's prayers, you have to know how to attire yourself.
True.
You have to know what you are about. So you can't want to come to my prayers And if I tell you about it, you want to be the biggest baddest, and you're going on Facebook and a live, and this one try to do this, and that foolishness.
True.
Because plenty of we don't want to be corrected. Because the spirit might be give a portfolio, use Queen Mother Pointer or use Bishop whoever from the spirit perspective. But you're not living in that, you're not walking that road.
True.
So it's just like we was talking about how Leston used to kill Teddy Bear, and now he is the person who doing the butchery.
Slaughter, yeah.
Right? He grew into his purpose. But a lot of people lose sight at the purpose. Yes, at the purpose while they walk in the road because the attention was too great for them. So it's just like the drummers. They might sit down on a drum. Everybody know what is happening when girls see drummers in the palais who could play drum. They just fluctuate to the palais. Alright? You as a drummer now have to remain focused. My purpose here is to open that doorway, open the portal for Orisha to manifest.
True.
So that they could drop a message, they could heal somebody. And the minute you decide that you now want to lose sight of that and study, boy, this girl looking real good, you know, and she watching you and smiling. And
yes, and so
you don't miss the point.
You start to show off now.
Yes, you stop play drum now
next
for the spirit. You start to play drum. You start to play drum for the females.
Yeah. Next year, boss.
And it have a lot of drum.
They start to pull back on.
It have a lot. The chest high.
Yes,
right.
And I stand up and watch them, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So all these things, it have little intricate things that people not really focusing on, and we the problem is to, as the youth's growing, so as Gok would have said, we teach youth from small. Alright, there's the correct hand to play for this, there's the correct thing is do for this, and what not. Somebody you just coming into the tradition, they might learn to play drum under Gok, under Shakes, under me, they might learn to play drum under Fingers, from different shines, they might learn to play drum from Baba Mitchell, Fingers, Bolumbe, but in the art of learning to play the drum, plenty of them are learning the importance of playing the drum, the importance of the strokes, the importance of the different keys you're playing. So them just all over the place with the music.
When you studying strokes, so the feel, you know.
So much, how much? And that's what touch on this one, you know. Tamba says, Alafia brothers, have the Orisha drummers considered the formation of a council of drummers who would sit and set a code of ethics governing the practice which they would share with the keepers of the feast?
Yeah, I believe that's a strong point, and that's a start. Yes.
You know, because I know Lumbe listening, I know Everett Watson listening, I have you guys here, Shutter and all is listening, you know. We need, let me start with us, you know, the young ones, you know. We are the future on this plane here, this marketplace, to carry the tradition forward. You know, everybody had a part to play. And let us get that sense of togetherness and function. You know, I believe, you know, there's always say we do have a guide for IFA with the council and all them things, but I believe the drummers will quicker get together than that, and that would be something that I would like to see. So, and I just wanted to know the different, you say, strokes, different hands, you know, the different hands.
Now for one Orisha, you might play about 3 different hands. Then at the Orisha is only that hand you will play for them. You understand? So for instance, we start with Eshu. Eshu you will play turn hand, which I will give you an example of what turn hand is. Alright? Basic turn hand, right? Now when you start to play for Ogun, or I should say the ancestors, we have what you call they will call it the dead hand, right? But there's a name for it. playing that, the omele, you will play with one stick. And the bowman will just be hitting it. Right? So we start fogging. We will start with fogging with flat hand, which we will call kanka. So that we call kanka, and then you will also play turn hand. For when you change.
Okay.
There's certain songs you will play turn hand for, and then his music, which is calendar. Right? Bembe. That is when Ogun decides that, alright, my work here is done for tonight, I'm ready to go to my place. So we will play Bembe, which is one of the sweetest hand in Orisha.
Kiri.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Baba Alumbe. And guys,
turn your mic a little bit to you.
And guys, Bembe will play for Oguntogo, plus we'll play Bembe for Onile. Right?
To manifest.
To manifest. She manifests and dances with Bembe. Right? And then we have Jakuta, who he has, it has one particular hand he will play for him, right? But he also has other songs which he will also play turn hand for, you know, and like Ochosi, you understand, he will play turn hand for them, you understand? Shakpana, he will play turn hand for Shakpana most of the time, and then Rada.
I only see that in the Rada. I never see that nowhere else.
You know, so people will hardly sing for it or play for it because normally when Shakpana manifests, he calls for Rada for him to work.
All right.
You understand? So
in this period of manifest,
you don't really, you might still give him a little Rada because you know Shakpana, but you don't really play the Rada most of the time.
And what hand does play for Obatala?
Obatala is
you don't
flat
find
hand.
that manifestation, you don't see that manifestation.
Obatala is flat hand, right? Flat hand. And
I believe, from my knowledge, while I learn that Obatala don't manifest on anybody. Old people, probably a little child. You understand?
Because you have to be living that life.
Correct.
Obatala life is a pure life. As a Obatala initiate myself, Obatala lifestyle and attributes is very up there, you know? You know, it's very up there.
Have the Osain hand. That is the hand. Well, Osain, that is the music you play for Osain alone. Right? Drummers just run from that hand because it's a constant music.
Non-stop.
Right? And too, they probably can't. They're not too.
I feel like the toughest hand I see you play for the night. We just played it. I as a pan man are listening and watching.
That piece of music is really a bad piece of music.
You gotta have some sense coordination for that piece of, and you just put on it.
Right?
And endurance.
Yeah, you had to have endurance, right? So a lot of drummers, you might find them get up when it's time to play for Osine. Yeah. Right? And then we have what again? We have Oshunhan plus Shango. Have a piece of drum that is play for him also, which is
playing that and I see the dance with my mind.
Turn and all for Shango, and then you play for Oshun, which is Oshun right too. So Oshun and Osine is two of you should have to have a distinguished and a drum for them and Mama Letta, right? That is
right.
And then you play the different various and a drum for might be 2-3 of the Orishas well. Right? So within all I think there are about 9 to 10 different hands of drum that you have to master if he is a drummer in the Ifa Orisha community. If he is a drummer, those are the hands that you need to master.
So before you say you could go in a feast and play,
before you decide to run out, make sure you can play all the hand and
make sure you can play all the hands.
Or else play a bow and play a umale. Because most of the time it's just one thing you're playing there.
And when you can't play the rest of the drum, you get up and get a man the drum to come back after it's something with you can play come back.
Or then you vex when a man tell you, hey, give me the drum by you.
Because you're playing the right thing.
You understand? All of this is alright. As I was on the show the first time, and I point out some almost the basic necessity as a drummer. You understand? You must have your drumstick, your own drumstick. Your own drumstick. You must have your drum. How you could be a mason without a trowel? And your line and your tape.
Ah boy, look at question coming here for you, boy. And look who's saying it, your friend. Yeah, you know, it has been said many times that South drummers play different to North drummers and vice versa. Is there any truth to this and why?
But hear the difference, right? Hear the difference. With me, the difference I see is that South just play a slower drum than tongue. Tongue just play a more speedy drum. You understand? And for me, I just more prefer the slower drum because to start with that Congo, that your heartbeat. You understand? Every time you hear a boom, 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 the heartbeat. You understand?
That's what it represents.
Yeah. So anytime you start to race off, that's just what's going to happen.
Yeah, turn off the entire energy of the palette.
Correct.
Just the bow man play too fast.
He's the man to keep the whole melody in tune. Anytime he go off, everything just go off.
Because
this design,
everybody energy.
This design to go off and come back, this design to go off and come back.
Onto the right rhythm.
You understand?
But the bowman, he can keep going.
Correct. You understand?
Because without the heart, we can't move, you know, we can't live.
Yeah.
Nice sense.
So
and as I
we just play a slower drum. The South drummers now. They just play a slower drum.
Touching base on, I think the difference is the teaching.
Correct.
I have a part to play too.
It's the teaching. Yeah. Because we've been hearing it long before now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've been here long before now. Till, as I say right now, as a drummer, the stigma comes down. You understand? So from the time they say use a drummer, or they watch you, or they see he moving with the drummers on them, right? He's a drummer. Watch it. You understand? Oh, he's a drummer. That's something to say about it. Or let's stay from them drummers and them. If you understand what I mean, so it's a stigma.
Yeah.
You understand? And it's always the elders who telling the younger ones them that. It's not to say a young one coming and telling them that. Probably what I transpired from back then.
Just keep coming back down.
Coming back to haunt us now. You understand? As I say, we need to be more disciplined. So we could break that chain, we could break that curse. Because I don't see it as a blessing.
Break the cycle.
You know? And as a drummer, you have to know to set with criticism, because you're going to get criticized. You know?
Like someone says, Ingrid Jardine says that Pleasant Night, they say so drummers play slow, tongue drummers play fast.
Yeah, she was saying the same thing.
Yeah, you know, so that is something that we need. I mean, it has been working thus far, but if you keep pumping the heart at 100 miles per hour, at some point and some time it will explode. You know.
Shutter say, well, all tribes are not the same.
Also, true, and that sense, you know.
You understand? Because I know Lavantil as Yoruba land. Yes, and I know they as Yoruba land. They was the first set of Africans that come to Trinidad. Settled there.
Free slaves.
You understand? So I know they as Yoruba land. So then the teaching come from there.
True.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. And it spread outwards.
You understand?
So what about the dress? The dress out drummers. Someone asked that question too. The dress out drummers that tend to hear about these days. What do you think about it?
Now, as a drummer, I could speak for myself. I sweat a lot. You understand? Now, if I do come into play drum in an elbow, I may put on a 3/4, because you know it's a sweat a whole long pants. You understand? And then you might have on a jersey and a vest underneath. So if your jersey and your vest wet whole night,
it's a position.
It's a position. So you have to make sure and walk with your clothes, your extra clothes, just like how a house you go walk with them extra clothes. As a drummer, you have to walk with your extra clothes. Plus it does feel real uncomfortable with a long pants. Wet.
Cool.
Straight down. You understand? So now as a drummer, yes, you want to feel cool, but other shit it up. You understand? Your 3/4 or your long pants, I don't see it in no special way for a drummer to dress. You understand? Because he just go and get sweaty, you know. It's just wet and sweaty. You understand? You just go and get sweaty.
Somebody sent a message for you there.
I mean, the pants can be below your waist.
The person said, didn't wear no 3/4 by me though, and laugh out loud.
Well, I think I carried on the prayers.
Yes, yes, but you wouldn't go in a temple just like that if you get invited to jump. If Abamero says communities we settle into country after area after several riots. They wanted to stay as far as they could from police stations due to colonial repression, you know. Sheena says the very early recordings of Alan Lomax makes this very accurate. Gok, I am not agreeing with you, eh? Yeah. Everett Watson says there was a time when tongue drummers didn't play fast as they do now.
It's true.
You know?
That's why I say an evolution, time change.
Breakdown is always happen.
Yeah, son.
Because we, as I say, we teaching now this is you teaching culture for this month. We just teach youths to play the drum, but we don't teach them the importance of playing the drum a certain way. Remember, I was now talking about. So we teaching them the truth, but we teaching them the importance of the truth. We teaching them the culture. We teaching them the tradition. We just teaching them the truth.
All right. Charles says here, my question to the drummers, why most time in prayer soca beat is being played and the spirit's actually dancing to it? Why not stop and correct it?
Well, I do encourage that. If I play now the Congo, I do play that. And if I play the drum, I will tell her why no. Only one spirit I encourage about to play.
Some soca
by fortune
and not right tune.
Yeah.
I just sometimes you just really change a song to bring in the vibe, because some that you're singing one song. You're singing one song, and then time you change a song, nobody answering, but only play a little soca and you go see back.
In music is not a straight line, right?
True.
It have a sine wave.
Yeah.
So the soca now is going up to the so
Yeah.
that is bring people in. Bring them up to that point. So when they see the die down and you change over to a song where you know alright, tempo, you bring them up with a soca.
Alright.
Yeah.
All the drummer go read, and as he was saying, it's the drummers that being control of the music.
Exactly, it's not to be played all the time.
The drummers in control of the energy.
As if it is a part of that. You know?
So if the spirit manifests and you see the spirit dancing, that is when now you're supposed to be playing straight strokes. The soca thing
is not for that.
It's not for that.
It's not for that. So I don't know which spirit dancing for soca.
Alright. Tamba says here, the stigma, you have about 8 minutes before we go for a break, play some ads, and then the Gog Brothers will give you guys a nice flow as we make our way up to 10. You know, the stigma is negativity that we've been sold for centuries about our African spirituality. The code of conduct is what you have to establish now. The national environment has been hostile to our heritage. You know, Prince Steve says, what about the woman that does want to drum? Is that okay? Go.
Want to drum?
Yeah, you know, woman who want to drum, yeah.
The drum?
Yeah.
Oh.
As I say, I have no problem with that. But you have to remember, this is a
female.
This is female. Take a male and a female to produce.
So that is all that is part of the teaching of drumming. So you can't just be about you coming to sit down and play the drum.
You could play a drum
and beat the drum.
Yeah, son, you could play a drum.
When you sit on a pally and you put a drum between your legs, anything that comes from there is you intertwining yourself and your energies to produce something.
So it has the correct balance.
And the reproduction is the manifestation.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's not just about coming and people singing, and no. There's a whole process that's happening right in front of everybody's eyes. So people who just want to just come in the parley and stand up and watch, when you clap in, you become a part of the process. So this manifestation of feeding off every energy in the parley.
Correct.
Manifest. When the energy manifests, anything when you clap in, you just releasing all the negativity, because you release this is I release energy, and after the manifestation, just fill me back with something positive. Fill me with positive energy. Plenty people don't know this. So they just go the prayers to watch and go on our live to say there was any prayers.
You know, so the comments keeps coming in here, you know. Shutter says all starts with elders, then we as drummers, cause people as ratty their mouth. Jay says, Leston, you're killing me here, yes. Nisha says, good night everyone, I'm late, but I will take what I get. Colin says, yes, shakes, reel it, real like that. You know, Eric says, with faster music, you cannot pronounce the words properly. Hence the reason they are singing all kind of incorrect words, like solo and all this, and you know. Sanapi says, I appreciate this lesson. Jay says, tell them, Lesedi, that is why I love all you. You know, Molly's locked on from Connecticut, USA. Good night. Pleasant good night to you, yeah. You know, just so we have about 2 minutes before we take a break, and then when we come back, we are fully placed with some energy from the Gog Brothers. So we're on the topic of drumming. We talk about the different hands, we talk about the discipline, you know, and we talk about forming an organization, a group, you know, with the drummers, you know, to get together. And I mean, these fellas, it's in their DNA, it's in their blood, it's as they say, you know, from running away to go to the Ebo, to coming home to one of the brothers, killing a teddy bear, and now he's the slaughter man. So that means that was in line. This destiny was so that, you know, your sister surveying and who catching power. I could just imagine.
And today she have a manifestation too.
Hey.
Yeah.
Ifa Bomero says we are not credited for our contribution to Trinidad culture, specifically to Carnival. You know? You know, so that's the truth.
That's the truth.
So we having a nice conversation here and we are continuing, people. It's all about Ifa Risha. We have live program here on the Street 919 FM. We're streaming live on Facebook, Street 919 FM. We're streaming live on YouTube, on Iwer TV. The Gog brothers, they are here and they are educating us. So just before we go to the break, anything else all you want to say?
No, just say, drummers, where we do better. Where we set the example. As I said in the first show that I was here, let us set the example. Because without we, it don't have no party.
True.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pay some bills and we're gonna come right back here. We're gonna take a break right about now.
Sudah
So we're back at it on the IFA Orisha. We have live program here on the Street 919 FM. I was going to play some bills here.
Sponsors for the Orisha Way of Life. Kamara's Culture Store, the #1 importer and supplier of genuine products from Africa, located at Adams Bazaar Main Road, Shogunas. Contact number 672-8438, 320-8866. Gossip Gel Polish, gel with a difference. Contact number 3827587. Come, let us take care of your feet, Petty by Risi. They also sell butters. Contact number 3984474. Nubian Experience, clothing that tells part of our rich African history. Number 6 Woodford Street, Arima. Contact number 6881979. Oriumi, Nico Loggins, Health and Wealth Lifestyle. Number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. EMG out of Texas. Richie's Tire and Automotive Car Care Center. Number 409 Otello Drive, Hampton, Georgia. Sponsors for the IFA Orisha Way of Life.
Also sponsored by the Throne of Gold for all your African supplies and clothing. Their contact number is 754-5128. That is the Throne of Gold. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Omo Inu, All Things Woman. For all your Yoni products, they are the sole women's haven distributor for Trinidad and Tobago. Their contact number is 365-4332. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Black Tie-Dye Catering Service, 683-8755. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. Awo Wabande Tonic, 388-4606. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Ile Josio Turameji, Awo Oshun. Thank you.
Yes, so we back on the program here. The Orisha Way of Life on the Street 919 FM. I have the Gog brothers with me here. So before we get into the musical aspect of it, or you have anybody you like to shout from all the family, all the Ile Pale, you know? I know there are some supporters and some people locked on and listen, you know? You know, before that time calls up upon us, you know?
To me, the young drummers at home is Marcus, which is Leston's son, Ifa Shola, aka Dugu, my sister, son, Cameron, like also her big son. My little nieces who give them the little back up with a little bow and the little singing and clapping. Is that a whole press, baby? My house is a whole press. When them decide they want to come out and play some drums, then I also lost a brother in the drumming fraternity, Mark Andrews, aka Marky. I lost him 2 weeks ago. He was a good Umale man.
I want to big up.
I want
to send love to our Orisha Ile Shango. All the members of our Orisha Ile Shango locked on and say blessed night. I'll call some names like the young drummers, Tion, Kimani, Naim. You know, big up all yourself. And all waiting to hear all the name call on the show soon, right? Right. All the children have our home Orisha Ile Shango. Blessed man. Send some love to all you. Blessings.
Yes. So all your cousins here, Ingrid Belgrove is saying good night to my cousins. You know.
Blessed night. Night cousin.
I've known Ingrid and her husband since I was in my teens. You know. They always are part of my life, even when I got married, you know.
So you know, I buy Mikey long time.
I never meet Mikey until about a few years, like 2 years, 3 years ago. But I know Ingrid a long time. I know some of her children, you know. So I know the family inside, outside, because I was also a part of Renegade Seal Orchestra when Redman was there and he was the captain, you know. Eric Jardine here is saying prayer office and many other names. It is very sacred, so we should dress the part, look the part. It's only we're respecting ourselves first, so people would in turn respect us, you know.
I respect that.
Isu Shigun, I believe he's from Barbados. You know, he say, may I request that Master Jama Charlo from Claxton be brought on the Orisha way of life. You know, this is culture, man. So, without interrupting you all, you know, I would like all it to edify and pass the energy, you know, through the airwaves, you know.
Sure.
So, on all their own timing, all the kids start to do all their known best. Yes. It's all about the Gok brothers here.
Tonight, we should play some music for Baba Shakes. You go sing, so you go. You go sing? Yeah. You sing too. No, this is how we used to sit.
Yeah, that's how we sit in here.
When we started, this is how we used to sit. This is how we started playing. I was a big drum man. He was the bow man. He was the umele man. But we master all. Right? We master all. But this is just how we sat at first to play drum. You know? And
it was always the big drum man.
You play something for us, right? Because, I mean, everybody know, most of the drummers don't know turn hand, don't know flat hand.
But she not, yeah, Jim, she not easy, you know.
Most of the,
you need to come back.
Alright, man, he's saying, see, the drummers.
Yeah.
Scene one.
Right, that's it, all back up.
Alright, so, we'll sing for us, sign. Right? We sign the, owner of the medicine. He's the owner of all the herbs. As to where Shakpana is the brewer of
the medicine pot.
The medicine pot. So we'll sing unto our sign. Giving praises unto Baba Hussein tonight. Ashe?
Ashe?
Ashe. Ashe.
Yeah, sign la de, yeah, coco.
Sign la de, yeah, coco.
Yeah, coco. Yeah, coco.
Sign la de,
yeah, coco. Yingi, yeah, coco.
Sign la de.
Yeah.
Ashe.
No, that was one of the hands that my father really loved to play for. Osai. So, I think the next Orisha that he really loved to play for too was Oya. Yeah. You know? So, that was just the first part. Right, that's the outside hand. You see the full sign, right? That's the only song as well. Other than that, it have another broken piece and we just play for. It is something like a broken kanka. You understand? So it have a different hand for when he manifests or when you sing that song, right? Normally that song you don't really sing. Yeah, normally that song is not for me to sing just so you.
Yeah, when he manifests.
Yeah, understand? Like that song is when he manifests and like Usandewe Aguado Joroko Fire. You understand?
When he walk with fire and
them is song you don't just sing just so.
Yeah.
You know,
manifest and he using fire and them to sing that song.
Spirit walking. Yeah. He had a no song to sing. Plus how we was singing was the rotation, the proper rotation in which my brother was singing in. That is the proper rotation singing for
sign.
Rotation is important, eh?
And rotation is important.
Because not cutting across, but I would say something. You see, each song, right? Have a meaning. I might be able to tell you all the meaning of all the songs. You understand? But each song, it's saying something. It's telling the Orisha to do something or asking the Orisha. You understand?
So you welcome them, and then when you welcome them, you appease them, and if they start to work it a song so that
you understand? When they're ready to go, it has songs to go. So all that been a rotation. So you can't you can't sing.
You can't be singing
pleasure song before invocation.
Before you sing invocation, it's an invocation.
No, can I get telling them dance on your head?
Yeah, that song.
Walk on your head.
Invocation, that song for when the spirit manifests. That song for when the spirit walking. It's a song for when the spirit ready to go.
Yeah.
You understand? It's a song for when you dress in the spirit, when you tie in a dodo and all them things.
Yeah.
You understand? So sometimes you just
implement all them things.
You catch people just singing song while and just shooting all over the place and alright. Spirit manifesting anything, yeah, right. And then never sing an invocation or song up to now.
I from learning truth without purpose.
Truth without purpose.
Because my little nephew, that same Ifa show, right? We went to prayer at that time, and here we go and we see the killing the goat for Ogun, right? And the song they was singing was the wrong song. So when I reach home now, I asked my nephew. I see me for sure. I say, Dugu, why this song they sing to kill Ogun goat boy? He telling me now. He yellow good so call me now. I said, but why I never hear them sing that in the prayer? Here now. So who carrying on that prayer? One time he started asking me them kind of question, yeah? My little nephew. He was 7 at that time, he's 8 now. No, he was younger than that.
He was 6.
Yeah.
Like someone is singing true next thing is singing a dismissal song.
Correct.
And the spirit no reach.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thing to do first, you tell him he do last.
So
that's why rotation is important.
And that can lead to calamities, right?
Correct.
Because the Orisha now come. You didn't vote
just like you're killing Ogun goat. So you're supposed to be singing a song to kill Ogun goat. And you're singing for Ogun to go. Or you're singing for him to do Obia, as they call it. So you're singing a walk song for him to kill the goat, and it's not that. So you want Ogun walk while you're offering him something.
But you want him go.
You offering him a goat, but you want him go. You're singing for him to go.
Him go come at all.
No, it's true. And then to that song, you will not sing if you don't have no goat for Ogun.
Correct.
You understand?
Alright.
Yeah. So it don't matter what the rotation saying. You need to no goat for Ogun, do sing that song. Yeah. It's serious like that because somebody else's blood could shed. It's serious like that.
Yeah.
It's serious like that. You don't want no goat for Ogun. You can't get shot pan no 4 foot and you ain't get open no 4 foot.
Like Bacchanal.
And Shango too, forget that.
Like Bacchanal.
Like Bacchanal. One time you created Bacchanal. So all these things you need to know. People need to know all these things, you know.
See that I hear that?
Don't play against Shaq Pana. Oh, sign Shango all of them 4 foot and you get Ogun 4 foot, you know.
Yeah. That's got problem.
Careful.
Ogun is the man with the other, so you must have PZ first.
As water too much prefers to bathe in blood.
Yes.
So you give them bigger animal, bigger blood and you give me, what?
So, and you see, this is why even in this time, I'm very careful with certain neighbors I go in because you as the individual you can get lashed for them thing, you know, you can get harm. You know, you don't know any certain things going on. You know, that's why I say we need structure. We need some like somebody saying here, wow, very good teaching. We need a good format. We need a good, as I say, the calendar, the rotation of the songs. We need for people to understand.
We need to, as I say, we need structure. We need to put structures in place to teach the youths. Because if the youths is the future. And if we ain't teaching them the right thing, if we ain't putting things in place for them to prosper in the tradition and in life,
they will just become up same way.
You look at it as none and void and they're worth it. You know that kind of way?
Yeah, you really need to set the importance, you know, set it straight. The importance, and people are going, be true to all yourself. Only have to be true to me, you know. I be true to nobody else, be true to all yourself. You understand? You can't know that something wrong and you're teaching somebody else or something wrong too. You can't be doing that.
No, sometimes they know something wrong too,
All of that.
Because they just, alright, so is I teach you, well, this is a phone, you ain't do no kind of research.
You just pick it up, you just use any phone.
Right?
There's a phone and you're using it.
There's a phone to make a call. Like all you want to see. So you ain't know the phone could send a message, it could track somebody, it could Google something. You only focus on where somebody teach you. You ain't focus on doing your own research and doing feasible research, because some people they just read anything on the internet and come to talk it and come to teach you it as if that is the truth without doing further research.
Yeah, it must have some time to balance.
To find out, well, alright. So if we say there's a drumstick, it must have some other information backing up this being a drumstick. And it must have not even one piece in it, but 5 different pieces of information to back up this being a drumstick.
Yeah, so anyway, telling the truth is a drumstick.
And next thing to drummers, this is called a kokoro.
Like the key.
The key, which means key in Yoruba. Right? This is called a kokoro. Plenty of you all guys just saying drumstick and drumstick and drum and must stick and
it have measurements for that too.
Kokoro, it have measurement. It is measured by
as a drummer. Your stick supposed to reach here.
It's supposed to reach here.
Like the perfect stick for you.
Correct.
So whatever is the length of here?
Like how you see, right? This is my brother one, this might be his the length of his hand. Right, that is mine. You sure that is the length of my hand? You dig? Must be. Right?
Have a certain material or a certain wood.
Pessy, a vine. It's called pessy. Right? It's a sort of a water vine too.
Alright.
Right? You'll find it in more than bushy areas and things. But if you need pessy, you'll just contact me.
Yeah, I know you're into making drums.
Drumsticks, drums, shack. Anything pertaining to drum, covering over, repairs, covering drums, making from scratch to finish.
Give them your number, give them everything.
My name is Lyndon David on Facebook. My number is 388-4451. Anything concerning drums, can contact me. And we all here know how to cover drums, repair drums, make drums from scratch to finish. Drums and drumsticks.
But
as a drummer, it's important you know how to do these things.
You must be able to repair a drum.
You must be able to pull a drum, cover over a drum. You must be able to do that because at some point in time you may bust a drum. Nobody's saying everybody perfect, but you must.
Baba Francis sent me the Yoruba to English. Hussain is looking for corn sheaves, but he didn't carry maize. He didn't plant maize seeds. Hussain is eating corn. but he didn't have his corn, and he did not find rainwater, you know. There, you know, the next South man here too. Huh?
Yeah.
You know,
Baba Francis.
My Baba Francis, yeah.
That's some way to sign here, like him somewhere.
Yeah.
Like he have a book here.
Yeah.
This is a nice piece of thing. So let me leave them fellas to do the thing before, because you know we're gonna cut off at about 5 minutes to 10. So I leave them fellas to enlighten all you and enrich all their minds. You know, this culture month. You know, the Gog brothers.
Know your instruments. Know how to deal with the instruments. We don't rest drums down on the face. We rest them down on the side or either we hang it up. Right? You have to know to take care of the instrument too. You understand?
Feed it.
You know to feed. You know to mount your drum, because mind you, these drums mount. Yeah. You understand? So within making a drum, covering a drum, you have to know to mount it too. You understand? So as a drummer, don't just come out and pose as drummer.
And you can't cover a drum.
You even have a drumstick. You understand? Leave that for me to say now, man. You understand? Right.
Someone had asked a question here. Is there prayers for the drummers to say before they start to play the drum?
I wouldn't say it have a prayers to say, but
You would
have
need to
yourself.
talk to the drum.
Of course. Of course.
You would need to greet the drum.
Hence the reason why when we now come to sit and play a drum, we
there's
take
knock the drum.
Like within the drum, a little room.
Yeah.
Must pay respect certain playing the instrument.
I wouldn't say it have a prayers, but you know.
You talking to your drum, be within yourself, because within anything you play, I can't handle it. Ask how you want.
You need to talk.
Yeah, son?
And a special prayers to put on a candle.
Yeah.
You dig? And a special prayers. So you have to say this prayers to put on the candle.
Or to pour libation, or to, you know? It's you within your connection with your Risha.
Yeah, I was saying here that Ricky's for drums. You know, so the show.
The songs we sing with Ricky's, I would say, because it's praises, you know what I mean, and we talking to the
and even
energy,
telling stories, things that happen within the life when the Orishas them was.
Anthony Peters is saying here, please explain the process of one drummer replacing another drummer. A ceremony, is there a specific process?
Well, as we say, you come off the drum. Like say somebody coming to take a play. You know? You will do it like this. Yes, sir. Why they throw it?
Alright.
You know? But we all know for even greeting. I say,
The basic for many Baptist church, basic thing, you know? Basic. So as I say, brothers, you have about 20 minutes. All you do, all you want, you know?
I feel a woman's spirit. One of the woman.
Oh yeah?
One of the female energies. Oh sure, you want to play?
I would think I play after shakes. I think I play. But then you shakes up, you know. Don't think I would have.
I know that, you know. I see you laying on a full flight. I decided saying here, play drum, man, play drum. Well, me say it's gok. You know what has happened? when we play under air condition.
Feeling cool after. Yeah, boy, Michael, boy. Yeah, boy. Play drum. I this for my little brother from down Kukurit. Spiritual brother. Lessons.
Oh, yeah.
for some for Batala.
No, if I have a song that they'll be singing.
Shut up, say don't mash up the studio. Leave a thing for me. Shut up.
You know they'll be singing, hear me, oh yeah. No, that is not what your song. No. That's song for.
And it's Eloila.
And it's yeah, le yoya. Yeah, yeah, le yoya. Ataila tereke de gojo yoya. They sing that song for after they don't feel good. Yeah, within the calendar.
So that's like a victory song. You get your blood to beat.
I win, yeah.
Sure. It's not a warrior song. Please only remember that it's not a warrior song, please.
Alright, we have about 10 minutes here. I want you to ask all let give me that Batala.
So we close off for Power Risha, Batala. You see, they will play there. See, they will play for Batala. You're showing how prolific we is on each and every instrument, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know.
Baba Francis Johnson, a lot of knowledge, boy. Baba Francis has a lot of knowledge. Don't worry, Shatta. The job. Especially as we celebrate Obatala today. Yeah, the mothers, the Baluaye, and ancestors today. You know.
Yeah, Dada Masukuma. Dada wo ayeluoma. Uluwajo ibelo na dada fumilo kakara.
Yeah, Dada
Masukuma. Dada wo ayeluama. Uluwajo ibelo na dada fumilo kakara. Yeah, Dada Masukuma. Dada wo ayeluama. Uluwajo ibelo na dada fumilo kakara. Dada wo ayelu ama
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you know, Risha. You know, my guy, you know, Risha, Mabao Batala. You know, it was a privilege and an honor having you guys here. You know, the energy is real. It is real.
Sure.
You know, so we give thanks for Lodomari. We give thanks for our ancestors. We give thanks to the Rumales. We give thanks for all that I've done. I give thanks for your mother and father for bringing you guys here, giving you guys this opportunity. Legacy living on. The Gok brothers are living on. The Gok name is living on. May we all meet here again to impart and to enhance the knowledge. We had a good time here on Ifa Risha Way of Life. I say thank you to you guys, and I look forward to seeing the tradition going from strength to strength.
Oh, this clothing line is all about books in the black man's mind. All about reminding us as how beautiful we are. For the near of yeah. Oh, the clothing line features t-shirts, sweats, polos and shirts. Oh, dashiki, lady v-neck, lady tank top, and baby jeans, yeah. Dresses and
expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted